So just to confirm that how many are there, can you just put a kind of OK message to the chat box? Okay, so majority are there. We'll continue. Thank you very much for your responses, and sorry for the disturb in between. This is kind of compulsory commitment for me. Okay, right. Thank you. Okay, so we talking about the estimation of the demand equation, and I show you. This is the demand equation. This is of course linear demand equation. If it is non-linear, there should be a kind of power values here, maybe px to the power 2 and m to the power 3 or something like that. So this is actually the linear demand curve. In this linear demand curve, these are called parameters. These are parameters or the coefficients, and estimation of the demand curve, as I told you already, getting the values of this intercept parameter. This is intercept. All these are slope parameters. All these are slope parameters, right? So we are to now get the value of these slope coefficients or slope parameters. Okay, so this is how mathematically you get the slope value. For that, for the value of B, this is the way: delta Q divided by delta P. Delta Q means change in quantity divided by change in price. It's similar for all these parameters. And C, parameter C is delta Q divided by delta M. M is for income. And D, delta Q divided by delta PR. PR is price of related product. And E, delta Q divided by change in population or change in the market size, also correct. And I have to say at the very beginning, before the estimation, we put everywhere here in front of the coefficient plus sign, because we don't know these signs before the estimation, plus or minus. So therefore, we giving plus sign for all the coefficients before the estimation. But we can expect. What is the expected sign here? Even though we put plus sign, after the estimation, what is the sign that you are expecting for B? Slope parameter with Px, right? So what is your expected sign for this? Hello? Before the estimation, we put plus sign. After the estimation, so we can expect a particular sign here. What is that sign? And here also I mentioned expected sign. B, we are expecting
Negative.
minus sign. Negative. Why? According to the law of demand, we know that if the price increase, quantity demand comes down. If the price decrease, we know Q is to go up for most of the cases, right? So this is because of law of demand. So therefore, in almost all the time, we are expecting minus sign here, right? I think it is clear to you. And what is the sign that we are expecting for C? and I put here, so we can expect negative or positive. Both possible there. If it is negative, what does it mean? If you get negative sign in front of C, the meaning of it is
Inferior
with
good.
the increases of income, demand of that particular product is coming down. Now think about yourself. Your income is increasing. After some income level, beyond that level your income increase, there can be certain goods where demand of it can come down. Those commodities we identify as inferior commodity. If we get negative sign, right, negative, it is inferior. Because as your income goes up, you may feel that this commodity is not good and some other commodity is far better than this. So the previous one becomes negative to you. If we get plus sign, with the increases of income, demand is also increasing. These are normal goods, plus and normal. Okay, normal or luxury. With the income increases and increases continuously, so you will spend your additional earnings on luxurious products or the normal goods. Those are normal. Okay, and therefore here you can expect plus or minus. And in front of parameter D, so what is the sign that you are expecting? Again, plus or minus. Say that if you get plus, what is the relation? If PR increase, he will also increase. For example, we put here Domino's pizza price. Domino's price. This is pizza demand. Okay. If Domino's price goes up, what will happen to the pizza demand? Increase. So what is the relationship between Domino's pizza and the normal pizza? Substitute, because both satisfy the same needs of the people. Substitute. If whenever you find positive sign in front of this place, what you can understand is the relationship between the two products is substitute. If you get negative sign here, so what is the meaning? If you get negative sign here, if the related product price decrease, then our product demand is increasing. This is, for example, suppose that this is price of electricity. Price of electricity. So I can write here price of electricity. Price of electricity is coming down. Here the demand for air conditioner can go up. If price of electricity increase, what will happen to the demand of air conditioner? It will come down because it is costly to use. Right? So both variables is changing to the opposite direction. Okay? So then, what is the relationship between these two goods? Electricity and air conditioner. To get some satisfaction or utility, you have to use both at the same time. So this is complementary. From one commodity, you can get the required, satisfaction. You need both, right? So the relationship, therefore, complementary. So therefore, sign is very, very important, right? So the last one here, we expecting the positive sign because if the population increase, we can guess that demand is also going up. So anything unclear? Everything is okay for you?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. And the next slide. And the defining and the collecting data. So I told you that I'm going to give your take-home assignment, which is group assignment, from this topic. Probably the topic like this. I will ask you to choose a product, and then I will ask you to find the demand determinants of that particular product. After that, I will ask you to estimate the demand. So therefore, selecting a product and collecting the data is not a very simple thing. So you have to think clearly. So defining the product is also challenging. Okay. Suppose that, I'm choosing a product like this. I want to estimate the demand for television set. I want to estimate the demand for television. What do you think? Did I define the product very clearly? Yes or no? I want to, or your group wants to estimate the demand for television set, TV. Okay, so did I define the product very clearly?
No, sir.
No. So then, how you can improve my definition?
Brand name.
Okay, brand name. So now I am saying that I want to estimate the demand for Singer TV. Is it okay now?
Need more information. Requirement.
Yes, kind of information.
Requirement.
Requirement means how you can write it.
Model of the television?
Yeah, model is the Singer. What kind of way that you mean?
Like LCD or OLED or something.
Okay. Singer LED TV. I want to, or your group wants to estimate the demand function for Singer LED TV.
Smart TV or normal TV, then that also required.
Singer LED Smart. Singer LED Smart TV. Complete?
Size? Screen size?
The screen size. Singer LED Smart 32 inches.
The willing to pay amount? That how much is willing to pay for that product or that purchasing?
No, defining the product, not the payment of anything. This is the nature of the product. Because once the product defined, the others should be able to identify the particular product separately from others. Okay, now you got my point. I want to study, or your group wants to study Singer LED Smart 32 inches. Again, flat screen, screen shape, flat. Now everyone is flat screen, teach. Okay, in this way, you have to define the product. So another example, I want to estimate the demand for Coca-Cola. Okay, so did I define it very clearly?
Excuse me, sir. Can we take the specific location for that? That means for
Location is needed. Before that, you have to define the product. Geographical boundaries is later. What do you mean by otherwise location? Suppose that one of your group want to estimate the demand equation for Coca-Cola. How can we collect the data on Coca-Cola? Price information. Can you get? If I name product like just Coca-Cola, can you collect the price information? Can or cannot? If I just say Coca-Cola.
no.
No, we cannot. Why? Why? Your answer is right. We cannot get the data on it.
We should take the quantity, that means the 2 liter, 1 liter.
Okay. Okay. So I want to study the Coca-Cola 500 ml demand equation. Can you get the price information now, quantity information now, and other relevant information now? Think about quantity information. Is it okay if I say 500 ml Coca-Cola? Because you have to do this one. Talk much. Right? Talking is very much important. Don't stay silent. Come on. So you are silent.
Sir, sugar free or not?
Okay. So that is also, I want to study 500 ml sugar-free Coca-Cola. Definition is okay now. If you define product very clearly, collection of data becomes very easy. Because why? You can separate the particular product from similar other products. So now I want to study or estimate the demand equation for 500 ml sugar-free Coca-Cola. Can you improve the definition further?
By including this time, like with the season, during the New Year season, something like that.
That is separate. I want you to define the product very clearly. Time and all is different thing. And now, so you are going to get the price information or the quantity information. Suppose that you are doing a small primary survey, and you are going each and every small shop and ask from the Mudalari how many 500 milliliters Coca-Cola, sugar-free Coca-Cola you sold during the particular time period. Then Mudalali will, ask probably question, what type of 500 milliliter Coca-Cola that you are talking about? Sugar-free, the Mudalali is selling Maybe glass bottle one or the plastic bottle one. There are two, right? I don't know much about this thing. I'm just thinking. Now glass bottle is still available, right? Available or not?
Still available.
Plastic bottle. You also don't know about the Coca-Cola, right? No? Okay, so you will select one product out of many, right? So those selling by the, the sellers, those having some market power. What is the market power? As we discussed at the very beginning, price setting power to certain level. Okay, so define the product is very important. Otherwise, you won't be able to collect the data. Right? So, another factor after defining the data, recognize the geographical boundaries. Right? Because I want you to do a mini research. Suppose that, so you can, boundaries is important, collecting, for example, income related data. Suppose that I am asking you to choose Colombo district, or even a smaller area, Nugegoda area, right? Or maybe Tirlopan area. Small market is good. Good means that this is mini research, right? Then if you choose Colombo district, right? So as the people's income, how you can get? You can go for secondary data. What type of secondary data that that is good for the income? So we, in the central bank report, we have per capita income. Per capita income. It is national average. National average. Per capita income. Right? So per capita income is equal to GDP, the gross domestic product or income, divided by mid-year population. Right? So this is per capita income. So this is not fair for each and every. This is average figure. Right? So maybe Colombo people getting more than the Monragala people. If you are studying about the Monragala area, for example, taking per capita income may be not that relevant. Why? Colombo people consume more percentage out of the GDP than Monragal people consume. Okay? So, better to get, rather than going for national figures, if you are choosing one area in Colombo, rather than going for central bank national figures, it is better you go for Colombo district income. Colombo district, or at least Western province income. So those data is available. Provincial income you can get from the central bank report or census and statistics department. They calculating those, right? So it is very important defining or the recognize certain geographical boundaries to do your research. Any question or clarification? So I will discuss here with one example, estimation of the demand equation for pizza, right? Okay, pizza demand is a function of what are the factors? Of course, pizza price, then people's income. What else? Other related PISA. What else? If I ask you to add fourth variable here.
Promotion and advertisement.
Yeah, advertisement. Very good. Advertising expenditure here. How about this one? Is it important?
Yes.
Yes. But suppose that we have to get the time series data. So we are taking last 2-3 years monthly data. Monthly data is much relevant, right? Oh, weekly data is also good. Monthly data for last 3-year period. If we get last 3-year monthly data, how many data points we will have? So there will be 36 months. 12 into 3 is 36, right?
Yes.
36 monthly data. Then, taking population, now we know that population is important determinant. But when you're doing a research, you are taking the data for last 36 months, monthly data. During this last 36 months, can we expect much difference in the population? Because Census and Statistics Department counting the population once in 10-year period. Right? So we can get some aggregate or average for each and every year, and also can see some slight changes of the population. But even if you see slight changes in the population, this is because of newborn babies. Newborn babies whose age below year 3 or below. Even with age 3 or below babies added to the population, you get the point. Do you think that this population change will make impact on the PISA demand?
No.
No. Why? Because we know that those small babies now still not in a position to eat pizza. Maybe 3-year one little is okay, but below to that, not eating the pizza. Maybe still they taking breast milk, not the pizza, right? So those newly added babies to the population will not make significant impact on the pizza demand. Therefore, in this function, population, though important, when you collect the data, better not to collect the data on the population. Understand? Clear? Yes or no? Any doubt? Please ask. No question? No doubts? So, am I so good in explaining these things? What is your comment?
Yes, sir.
Yes mean you have doubt. No, you are not answering. Yes mean you have doubt. So what are the doubt? What is the doubt? You say yes.
I have no doubts. You have explained.
Now you are saying no. Okay, no doubt. So then it is clear.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Very.
How about the others? Is it okay for everyone?
Yes, sir.
But answer is not very much, powerful. If it is very clear, you have to say yes. Okay, so I will ask this one. Now, our product is not the pizza, right? So it is this one, baby pampers. Now, collecting data on the newborn babies or the changes of the population is important or not?
Important.
Important because, yeah, that is the way that you need to understand the importance of the variable, right? It's depending on the product. Okay, so I think that you got the point now. So therefore, when you're choosing the variables or the factors, you should be very careful choosing the particular factors. Generally, you can write like this: price, income, prices of related products, advertising, population, and the weather condition, right? Weather condition, all these are affecting to the demand for pizza, right? How about the weather condition? Is it affecting to the pizza demand?
Yes,
How it is affecting?
the rainy days they are not delivery. Doorstep delivery is not there.
Sure? I don't know. Rainy days, the delivering is not there because I thought that you are going to say the rainy days we are not going out for the pizza. But I thought that I'm to reply this way. Why not about the delivery? But you are saying straight away they don't like to deliver. Is that so? I'm not sure. Okay. Right. So weather and it's in a general demand function you can put it, but for your product you should be very careful to identify the exact variables that you really need. And the next one, include the prices of all substitute and the complement goods that affect the sales of the firm, not just one related good. When you do the full research, here says that all the substitute. If it is a pizza, what are the substitute? As you said, Domino's pizza, and then another pizza brand is available in the market. And also, how about the KFC burgers, McDonald's burgers? KFC burger price, McDonald's burger price is affecting to the pizza demand or not?
Now the call the
Price, McDonald's burger price,
all the
Burger King.
department again. Oh, my all again.
Suresha is doing something different. Okay, so those things is affecting to the pizza demand. Prices of Burger King burgers, KFC burgers, McDonald's. In Sri Lanka, no McDonald's anymore, but those kind of places affecting you or not? Affecting?
Yes.
Yes, because pizza to KFC burger substitute. Suppose that with the intention of having pizza for a dinner, you are coming out for with your kids. In that particular day, the particular Pizza Hut's closed. Then you see that nearby, that KFC or Burger King is there. So then most probably there is a possibility for going for those places, right? Because we know that. So both is kind of short eats, right? And for this research actually, for your study, even if you find many substitutes, please limit to 1 or 2 substitute maximum, because otherwise the number of data will be more uncontrollable. So your study, I want you to limit for 4 important variables. That is enough. Most important 4 variables. But you have to allocate 1 page to write down all the identified independent variables. Right? If you are choosing a pizza or baby pampers or whatever, you have to list down all the possible demand determinants. And in the next page you have to write, I'm telling you how to write this assignment. At the next page you have to write, though we have identified this number of independent variables, for this study we choosing only these 4, right? So maybe price. You have to write 1 or 2 sentences why you choosing that one, and 1 or 2 sentences for income, 1 or 2 sentences for each and every selected variable. Again, for other variables, you have to give a small note, 1 or 2 sentences is enough. Why you drop those from the study? Right? Maybe the collected data is not available, because this is mini research at this very short period of time. So we are not in a position to collect the data or primary survey. That is also acceptable for me, because you know that the importance of that particular variable, but the time frame that I am giving is not enough for you to do a primary data collection research. So that is the reason, even though the particular variable is more important, that is a kind of limitation, no data, so you drop. So that kind of explanation, justification you have to provide. You got that point? Yes or no? Okay. And also you should know whether market is growing or shrinking, maybe population. Actually, what is happening to the Sri Lanka population? Is growing or shrinking? According to the year 2023 information, what do you guess? According to my understand, maybe another 3-4 years time, or at least 4-5 years time, Vishaka College, Royal College, Ananda, Nalanda, DS, all these, and Malideva, and the southern, maybe all the so-called popular colleges definitely will put advertisement, right, saying that we have the places for new students. Nowadays, those are very challenging, right, to send your kids to those so-called popular schools. Competition is too high. Parents are seriously struggling and spending money, right, and making the fake, birth certificate, electricity bill, telephone bills, and so many fake certificates as well, giving money for the for illegal way for different people. Why I am saying in next 4 to 5 years time, the things will turn the other way around. Maybe school will pay something. Why? According to the Census and Statistics Department, compared to the year 2013, right? In year 2023, 127,000 in number, right? The natural birth reduced, right? Birth rate has gone down, and at the same time, net migration is minus. That means the number of people is going out is more than compared to the people come in. So therefore, the growth of the population is now becoming smaller and smaller. People is not staying here and going out. For this year so far, not this year, the 2024, more than 350,000 are migrated. You check with the data if you want to find the exact number, right? So we experiencing the negative migration, right? So people went out compared to the people come in, and at the same time birth is reducing. What are the reasons for this low birth rate according to your general knowledge? Yeah, this is not economics. I am asking very simple question. Because to keep you inactive in this class. Hello? No? No one is here? But 55 are listening. What happened to you suddenly? Okay, if you do not like to answer for this one, I will skip. I will withdraw this question and continue. So the things that I have put in this slide is clear to you. But only thing that I can ask this question, but getting an yes/no answer is difficult. Are these clear?
Sir?
Yes. Innova.
Sir, we have to do a mini research on this.
Yeah, mini research, a small one.
That means, we have to do a literature part.
No need literature. No need literature. Small assignment. Only thing that you have to choose. A very good question that you asked. Thank you very much, Inoka, for the benefit of all. You asked this question. You know
Yes, sir,
what I need.
because bit confusing about the content, sir.
Content I
how
will
many
tell.
pages? Right, okay.
Yeah, okay. This is the content. No need literature, right? Just you choose a product, right? Define the product very clearly and say that our group is going to estimate the demand equation for this particular product, right? So the definition should be very clear. And then in the next page, right, after explaining those things a little bit, you have to identify the demand determinants. All the demand determinants, maybe there can be many. And after that, right, out of those many, you can choose 4 or maximum 5 for your study. Nothing literature and the methodology, don't think about this. The methodology means either linear or nonlinear. One of these two equations you choose, right? Both I will explain later. So then you are collecting the data. I am not even asking for you to do a primary research, right? Data collection, not the primary data. If you can do it is something else, but go with the secondary data, right? The prices, income, and if the weather conditions or whatever it's affecting, go with the secondary data, right? And then after collecting the data, you put them in this Excel sheet, quantity, price, income, and other relevant information. Then you choose the functional form, linear or nonlinear, or both, because once data set is ready, so you can use both. That will not take much time, maybe less than 1 minute time you will get to estimate the demand, because we are not doing manually. It's with the computer software like eViews or SPSS. I will teach you one. I will tell you how you can use the SPSS to get the demand estimation. After the estimation, you need to interpret the parameter, right? Then use the estimated demand function for the forecasting for the future period. For example, suppose that you collected data, monthly data up to 2024 December. Then with the help of the estimated demand equation, you have to predict the demand 2025 January. That's it. Inoka, is that okay for you?
Yes, sir. If we are using the SPSS, so you mean we are doing a quantitative research?
Quantitative, yes.
And so if we do a SPSS, you mean we have to take a secondary data, we are not running a questionnaire?
No, no need. If it is okay and possible, I am not asking no, right? So, because go with the secondary data is always easy, but you need to understand that. If you do kind of major research, then at that time you may need. But for this is a small assignment. After getting all the required knowledge, right? Knowing that this is not a very good one, right? So you are limiting only to the secondary data. But when you do actual one, right? You understand the importance of doing primary research or primary data collection and getting the information. Okay?
Okay, sir. That means if as you said, if we take that Sri Lanka birth rate is shrinking, if that is the topic, we have to take a secondary data like from the somewhere like for the year 2023, and we are putting that into the SPSS and run the hypothesis that like that.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, sir.
So you need to refine the data as well. As it is, raw data, maybe getting the raw data is also creating a little bit problem. You have to process the data and take the final refined data set to Excel sheet, and then I will tell you how to run the regression with the help of SPSS, for example. Okay, those question is okay, welcome question at the very beginning, because still I didn't touch the equation, right? The functional form. So when we do one example here with the class, you will understand all the problems relating to this one. Thank you, Inoka. Okay, so these are the parameters. As I said, A, B, C, D, E can be estimated using the regression. Then after running the regression, before we using these parameters for other calculations, we have to perform the test of significance. That's mean validity test, right? Validity test. So we have to see whether these parameters we got valid or not, statistically valid or not. It is something like that. So you develop an injection for a particular disease, right? So before using that injection for the particular disease, you have to test it, right? Maybe according to the World Health Organization rules and regulations, you have to test it for 10 years, I think, right? But the pandemic like COVID came, right? People competitively, Moderna, and so what are the other, Sinopharm, not Sinopharm, Sinopharm from Chinese, and what are the other injection came suddenly for COVID, right?
AstraZeneca?
AstraZeneca, I don't know, AstraZeneca.
Pfizer.
So, yeah, Pfizer, So people develop it and without testing it, right, quickly put into the market. Now only, right, realizing that, AstraZeneca, those kind of injection, there is a possibility for creating the blood clot in you, right? It says that. I think you may also have heard about these things, right? This is because of, we use this before testing, the suitability test, similar to that one, after getting the values and before using these parameter values for anything else, we have to perform the test of validity. It is called test of significance. Here we have two type of tests. One is simple t-test. This is called student t-test. It is called a student t-test. Simply it is t-test. And the other one is p-value test. Right? So don't worry, I will discuss with you both. Before discussing all these things, I will not give any assignment. Okay, so this is very important part. I'm going to start the next day class from here. How to test the parameters we received from the estimation, right? So we need to test those parameters valid or not. It is called hypothesis testing. So we have to follow 5 steps for this. Step 1, 2, this is step 3, 4 and 5, right? So 5-step procedure for hypothesis testing. This is so important, right? So let me wind up for today's class, and I will start the next day class from here, right? So I will upload this material most probably today or otherwise tomorrow. So you can go through this and please come to the class next day prepared. Sorry for the disturbance today because of the compulsory commitment as the dean that comes to my shoulder. So we'll meet again in the next week starting from here. Thank you.